What is up, Boro fans, and welcome back to the channel. I know it's been a while. The last time I did one of these was for the Derby game, and money's just been really tight lately, so I've finally been able to scrape enough together to go and watch the mighty Boro tomorrow against Leeds, and I cannot wait. It's going to be a massive game. So yeah, let's get straight into it. We are coming off a massive win in the Championship against West Brom when we won 3-2, and Britt Sombolonga saves the day yet again with two sublime finishes. That man, is a proven goal scorer, and he's been showing it recently in league games. We also come off a embarrassing defeat against Newport County, but on the night the better team won. Simple as that. And we're going to just put that way behind us, because we need to just focus on Leeds tomorrow and just carry on climbing up the table, basically. Leeds coming into this game, last game was against Norwich, and it was a big defeat where they lost 3-1. Now, I watched that game live when they were on Sky Sports, and watching Leeds, their attacking options, absolutely brilliant. And it hurts to say that because I really don't like Leeds, but this team that Marco Bielsa has made, they're a very dangerous team. They've got some great attacking options. They've got the likes of Patrick Bamford. He used to play for us, and we know what he can do. Basically, he can score goals. He is a box-to-box attacker, and he loves to score against his old teams. So hopefully we keep him quiet tomorrow. But no, watching that game, and the attacking side of Leeds is fine. Their defence in that game was very rocky, and some people may disagree with me on that, but from what I was seeing, they were all over the place in the back. And if you look at Boro, we're strong in defence, but when it comes to attacking, we struggle for some reason, because I don't know whether it's the formation we play, or there's something in there that we can't do properly. I mean, we have the attacking options. We've got Britt Sombolonga. Look what he did for Nottingham Forest, banging in goals week in, week out. He's come to the Boro. He's had a slow start, but in recent games, he's turning into the player we all know. And it's amazing to see, and hopefully it continues. We've got Jordan Hugill, who knows the Championship very well and scores goals. He scored a few for us. He's currently on 6, and Britt's on 9. And get them both up front. Maybe they can become a very strong strike force. I think they both played in the Newport game, and it didn't go as planned. But these things happen. You have to try them and see how they go. But yeah, with Leeds tomorrow, look at where they are in the Championship. They're there for a reason. They have played some very good football this season, and they're a very dangerous side. Their recent games, as I said, they've lost against Norwich. They won against Rotherham 2-1, and they lost to Stoke 2-1. So they're coming into this game off a defeat. Yes, we are as well, but that's the FA Cup, so I'm not really going to class that as counting as a stat, basically, because that's got nothing to do with the league. So from the way I'm looking at it, is we're coming off a fantastic win against West Bromwich Albion. So we need to basically put our foot down in this game and hit them from the off. Simple as that. We do not want to let Leeds get on the front foot, because we will be in big, big trouble. And it's hard to say, but they're a dangerous side. You know, if they get a chance, they're gonna do something with it, and most likely end up in the back of the net. And I don't want to hear them singing "We're marching on together." You know, that will just ruin it. And I really want to just keep them lot quiet. You know, they're bringing 4,500, probably more, but that's what I've heard at the moment. And they are going to be loud. But we, Boro fans, have to be 10 times louder. Now, it's hard to say because there's that much stuff going on at Boro, and it's sad to see and hear. Like, with the Newport game, stuff has happened where certain players, I'll name one, but I'm not going to name the other two because I'm not going to believe that stuff. I kind of believe this player would do it because I think his attitude stinks anyway from not being playing. But Rudy Stead has supposedly gone over to Boro fans at the end of the game at the Newport one and told them to F off. You know? And a lot of people have said that. They've come out on Twitter and said it, but then they've said two other players have been laughing at them and, you know, doing gestures towards the Boro fans. Now, I'm not going to believe most of this stuff because, you know, it's just word of mouth at the moment. And until there is video evidence, etc., or the club comes out and with an apology, or the players come out that were involved and explain why they did that and they apologise, then I'm not believing any of this, because it could be just internet trolls making up rumours just because they don't like these certain players. Now Pulis has come out and he said that he's had a word with these players and one has reacted very badly, when the other two haven't. So, you know, who was it? We have no names yet. So it would have been nice for him to come out and tell us the names of the players that have been involved, and the one that, you know, got really aggy with him. And if we know who that player was, drop him. Don't let him play. Simple as that. But no, let's get rid of all this toxic rubbish. Tomorrow, us Boro fans, we have to go to the Riverside and make it a fortress. Now, I've said this in many other videos, and yes, we're not having the best of times at home, which is hard because we have to make that a fortress, and we should have made that a fortress this season, but for some reason it's just not clicking. So tomorrow we need to change that. We need to be singing loud and proud for the Boro. You know, get behind the team and get behind Pulis. If you don't like him, that's fine, but keep your opinions to yourself. Leave them for after the game. Don't start booing 30 minutes into the game or 5 minutes into the game. You know, let's not boo tomorrow. Let's sing, cheer. Let's out-sing Leeds. That's all we want to do. Out-sing Leeds and beat them. Keep the 3 points here at the Riverside. That's all we want. Let's hope the lads show a bit of passion and a bit of fight like they did against West Brom. Because if they play like they did against West Brom, Leeds are in trouble. Simple as that. So let's have a look at the danger men for Bamford. My goodness, can't even speak. For Leeds. So, as I've just said, Bamford, he is a danger man. He's just come back from injury. So he's going to be looking to make a very good impression. He did score against Norwich. But, you know, he didn't play much time just because of coming back from injury. So I'm guessing he's probably going to be in the starting 11 tomorrow for Leeds. You've got Kemar Roof on 14 goals this year. That lad is impressive. He really is impressive. He's so good to watch. And, you know, you give him a chance in the box, he's going to put the ball in the back of the net. Simple as that. He rarely misses. Then you've got Pablo Hernandez, another great player. You know, he holds that midfield up very well for Leeds. He's on 7 at the moment, 7 goals. And, you know, you give him a chance with a free kick outside the box, it's going on target. Whether it goes in or not, you don't know. But he's very dangerous. And then you've got Alioski. You know, he's a bit forgotten since he's been placed into defensive placement. But, you know, he's still a danger. He's still going to probably be taking on George Friend, you know, and everyone will probably be like, oh God, George versus Alioski, you know, is a no match. And it isn't, because Alioski's a young lad, he's talented, he's got the skill, but yet again, George is, yes, older, but he can still hold his own. Yes, he makes mistakes, but will he be able to deal with Alioski? I think so. I think he'll do very well against him. He'll probably make the odd mistake and we'll probably be annoyed with him, but he'll make up for it. And he's scored 5 at the moment, Alioski. And then you've got Klitsch. Now, I watched him against Norwich, and some of the shots he was hitting from outside the box, like, wow. Don't give that lad a chance to hit it, because some of them were on target, some were just going over, and some that he wallied somewhere different. But he is a danger man. He's on 7 goals at the moment, and some of the goals he scored are absolute rockets. But yeah, they're the danger men for the Leeds. We go over to Boro. Brit, 9 goals, top striker at the moment. He's proven it by coming on in the second half as a substitute, saving us points and gaining us more points by winning us games. And he is doing really well. Does he start tomorrow? Yes. Simple as that. You don't start him in the second half against Leeds. You bring him on from the start and let him play his game. Then you've got Hugo, who is on 6. And do we play them two together? Why not? What's the worst could happen? You know what I mean? Do 45 minutes with him. If it's not working, change it up. But Hugo and Britt, I think, up front tomorrow. Good partnership. 2 talented players that have goals in them. And yes, it might not have worked against Newport, but let's see if it will work against Leeds. You know, they could perform outstandingly and provide lots and lots of goals for each other. So let's see what happens. A danger man who has just recently come to us is Mikel, ex-Chelsea man. You know, back in the day, he was a very, very dirty player for Chelsea. You know, when you watched him in the Prem, he was either getting sent off or getting into fights. But at the same time, he's a very, very strong player, and he's able to hold the ball up really well and control that midfield perfectly. So I think he's going to fit in really well with the Boro. Whether he stays on after this season, we don't know, but it'd be nice to see him. You know, he gives that bit more passion for leadership and winning stuff with how much he's won. You know, he's won a Prem, he's won a Champions League, FA Cup, Capital One Cup, or Carabao, or Carling Cup, whatever they want to call it anymore. But yeah, he's won lots and lots of trophies with Chelsea and other clubs. We got Johnny Howson as well, very strong player. Probably didn't start off well for the Boro, but has turned out to be a solid player. And you know, I'd have him in the midfield any day. He is quality. He can hold up the ball well and works well with the wingers and front 2. Then we've got 2 young lads, Wing and Tav. Now, these 2 lads have proven it every time they've played a game. Mainly Wing, just because he gets played more. Why Tav doesn't, I have no idea. I don't know what he needs to do to play more for Boro. But Wing, you know, a young lad, a Boro lad, loves to play for this badge, which is an honour to see. And, you know, he scores some absolute beauties. And the passing from him, and when he can link up with Tavernier, and then those 2 are linking up and they're playing it back and forth, straight across the field, up to the strikers. These 2 are dangerous together. So let's hope those two are in the starting lineup tomorrow. I don't know because of certain injury niggles that we've read about on the news, but we'll see. I'll give you my team selection in a sec. And then we've got Saville. Come up from Millwall. You know, he didn't start off great. Just like a few other players that haven't started well, like Howson when he first came to Boro. But Saville started to get into the game more. He started to get a nice strong belief in himself in that midfield, and he scored goals. You know, he's scored 3 at the moment for Boro. He scored the first one against West Brom, and it was a good finish as well. But yeah, we've got to give that lad more time. You know, he's just settling in, but he's a very good midfielder, and you know, he's fitting in with Boro at the moment. And then there's one player that hardly gets mentioned, and this man is the one who has saved us most this season, and that's Darren Randolph. He saves us so many points. You know, if he wasn't in there, we probably wouldn't even sit in the playoff position now, because this man is absolutely outstanding between the sticks, and I don't think he gets enough credit from other fans and like reporters, etc., or Sky Sports. You know, this man has done so much for Boro in this season, the season before, and you know, he's our number one, and he'll stay our number one. Simple as that. So yeah, no matter what, you know, my team selection, number 1, Randolph. Simple as that. So yeah, and we're also looking at a sellout crowd tomorrow. 30,000 tickets have gone at the moment, and possibly more. So hopefully there's going to be no empty seats. There might be 1 or 2. But for the people that are going tomorrow, let's get behind the boys and give them everything we've got. Let's forget about what happened in the midweek. Forget about what happened between fans and players, if it did. Let's just focus on beating Leeds and keeping the 3 points at the Riverside. Okay? So, team for tomorrow. Randolph in net. I've heard that Shotton might be injured. I heard that off AJT's video. So if he is, which hopefully he isn't because he's a very good player for us, we've got Fry for a replacement. And you'd have Ayala, Flinty, and then Friend. Just in front of the defence, I'll go with Mikel, just because of his stature and leadership in that midfield. I think he'll do well just sitting in front of the back four and controlling it from the back. And then I will have... See, I think I've heard that Wing might be injured, which I hope isn't true. So if he is, then Tav's going to be his replacement. But if he isn't, I'd have Wing and Tav on both wings. Simple as that. But then I'd go Howson and Saville, and then Van La Parra. Front 2, Hugo, Britt. In the subs, you know, Clates, Bezic, the usual lot. The ones that you feel that will change the game if it needs to be changed. But yeah, guys, I hope you have enjoyed this. I'm sorry it's been a while since I've been on this channel. Hopefully it's not the last time you're going to see me again for a few times. I probably won't make the Sheffield United game as it's in midweek and I'm working, but hopefully I'm going to make a few more in the next few games. But yeah, guys, let's get rid of all this toxicity. I think that's a word. Don't know. Probably isn't. And let's just get rid of it, and let's fill the stadium with cheers, singing, everything. A lot of passion. We just need passion from us fans and the players. If we can show all our passion and push it out towards the players, you know, I think we're going to do well. Predictions for tomorrow? I'm going for a very close game, a game full of goals, and I'm saying 3-2 Boro. And, you know, people won't agree, but that's my prediction. Let me know your prediction in the comments below. But it's going to be a hard game. safe travels to Leeds fans tomorrow. Let's hope there's no trouble either. Let's just hope there's a good game of football and everyone goes home safe and sound. Don't want any arrests or fighting. Let's just be civilised. And also, on the 22nd minute, let's all remember the young lad who sadly lost his life. And let's have a good minute silence for that lad, or a good clap for a full minute. You know, pay our respects, and let's make sure no one does anything stupid. Okay? So guys, thanks again for watching the video. Make sure you leave a like, make sure you share it, and make sure you comment. And if you haven't already, subscribe to the channel. There's plenty more stuff like this. And I will see you all bright and early tomorrow for Boro versus Leeds. Peace.